Grand day, man. Welcome, Black fam, and I'd like to welcome you back, man. Baltimore and beyond. Come on back through to the junction, man. You see, even though I go through technical difficulties in here, man, I'm always trying to make it happen for you, man. Right here on a brand new episode of the Junction, man. And it's actually episode 101, man, just to be, precise with you. And this is the place to be, man, for the people that want to see where lifestyle meets the original experience, man. We're going to bring you all the culture, all the information, all the inspiration that we possibly can. And I'm Joseph Garner, and you see I'm flying solo dolo today, man. No Damon Williams in the building. I wish he was here rocking out with me. You know he's going to be back with me tomorrow during the liquid lunch hour. But today, we like to come to you guys with a little bit of seriousness out here. We don't always want to bring all of the curmudgeon behavior that we like to bring, man, when we talk about the bizarro world topics and everything. And every once in a while, man, we come out here and we want to acknowledge what's going on in our community, man. What's going on with the homegrown talent here in Charm City? What's going on with our community activists, all of our business leaders, and everybody in the community that's involved in changing the narrative right here in Baltimore, man. And that's definitely what we want to do here at Zone 16 on the People's Network, man. So this is our, what we like to call, I'm going to drop a little applause there. No sound is working outside, and this is getting all crazy. None of my sound wants to work through the soundboard, which means that I'm worried that the actual segment isn't gonna play. But we're gonna scroll down here and play it, man. But this is our shout out segment, fam. Our shout out segment where we are here to acknowledge all of the homegrown talent and recognize the unsung heroes within our community, man. And today's shout out, fam, is Miss Jackie Caldwell. She's a community activist right here, bred in Zone 16 itself. And we had a time to sit down with her a couple of months ago. Big shout out to Ticia Samuel, Big T Sam's in the building, the other half of the WELLIONAIRE that helped us come through. And we're bringing this right here for you. Right here on Zone 16. Check it out.
Grand Day fam, I'm here with Miss Jacqueline Caldwell, community leader, change agent, mobilizer, godmother of Mondawmin. Miss Jackie has been a pivotal community advocate in Mondawmin for over 15 years. Through her leadership on a number of boards, including president of the Greater Mondawmin Coordinating Council, over $1 billion has been invested in community development projects. Miss Jackie not only has the expertise, but the social capital, and more importantly, the passion to develop programs which educate and empower the Greater Mondawmin community. Thank you, Miss Jackie, for being here with us today.
Thank you for having me.
So, community leader, change agent, mobilizer, godmother of Mondawmin. Tell us what comes to mind when you hear those words.
When I hear those words, what comes up for me is servant of the Most High. And because I do serve him, he's just added all these other titles to my name. I'm really just a servant leader being led by what God wants me to do. And so in that realm, I am a community organizer. I am a person that speaks up truth to power. I am a force to be reckoned with, as people say. I do have social capital. It has nothing to do with me. It has all to do with God putting me in these spaces to do what he wants me to do to lift up the community. So I'm really honored that he would choose me to have this role.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. That's awesome. And I love how, you're led by your spirit there to do the things that you're doing in the community. You have a notable quote that reminds me of something that Shirley Chisholm once said. She said, if they don't give you a seat at the table, bring a folding chair. You have often said that you want to make sure Mondawmin is at the table and not on the menu. Tell us what that means to you and how your work in the community has made that happen.
Well, a lot of times great opportunities come to the community, but the community is not included in the the design of it or the facilitation of it. So it's like we have to be at the table. You know, we want partnerships, we want collaborations, but we want it to be an equal playing field because we live here, we have a say, we have a voice. And so that's why I say if you're not at the table, you're on the menu. So I try to be as many tables as I can to do positive things for the neighborhoods.
That's awesome. So tell us more about what do you do right now in the community, even with your work here at the Bear School?
So I retired from the Annie E. Casey Foundation in January of 2023. Once I retired, I'm on a lot of boards, so I figured I'd still be doing that. But after 2 months, I had the opportunity to come to the William S. Bear School where I am right now to help them raise money for the projects that they want. And because I was a board member for a number of years with them, they said, well, Jackie, we want to offer you a job. And I'm like, a job? You know, I'm just getting used to watching Young and the Restless. But this is a part-time position, and I help raise the funds for the school with the projects that we do. So I do that. I'm on a number of boards. Neighborhood Housing Services of Baltimore, where we go from 0 credit score to housing. Our goal is to have no vacants in Greater Mondawmin in the next 10 years. So we are renovating homes to the wall, beautifully done. So I'm on that board. I work with the Innovation Works Board, Social Jesuit Enterprise Model. I do a mentoring program with Whiting Turner with Touchpoint. I'm also a consultant with them with the project at the Village at Mondawmin, which is just such an asset to our community. Just a blessing to have something in the community for healthcare, for collaboration, for inclusion, to show people that neighborhoods are worth investing in. And so we have a great partner here. I have so many great partners that get it. We just did the Millet North right below Coppin, $25 million high rise. And at the bottom will be an eatery where the average meal will be $10. So now I don't have to go to our house, or I don't have to go to Mount Vernon to get something to eat. I can swing around the corner and work with my own people and get a great meal. So it's just so many great things happening in the neighborhood.
That's amazing. So you mentioned a number of boards that you're a part of or that you've participated in. One of the things that you mentioned that's real critical in our community is mentoring young women. Can you talk more about that? What that program is about? What's it called? And how can more young ladies be a part of that?
We have a mentoring program here in Greater Mondawmin called Skills for Success for Young Ladies. And our goal is to bring as many women of color to speak to young ladies once a month, to talk about their stories, to talk about how they can be the best that they can be, hearing what their concerns are, hearing what their needs are, and seeing how we can be a great fit. I had a young lady in my program, an artist, right, her and her sister. And I was like, okay, well, let's see if we can hook you up with Micah. So now one of them will be going to Micah, and the other one is doing an internship at Micah. So you just never know where it's going to lead, right? People have a thought, but it's like we try to connect the dots for the young ladies that we speak to.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that's a blessing.
Now, how do other young ladies be able to participate in that program, whether it is as mentors or as mentees?
Usually the mentees that I get, no, the mentors that I get are people that I know.
Okay.
They're like you, or, you know, anyone that I know has a heart for children and wants to share their lives, because everybody says, well, what's going on with the young people? And my thing is, do you want to participate in making it better? So 9 times out of 10, I never get a no, really. So I've had everybody from State Senator Barbara Robinson to Comptroller Joan Pratt. When Joan came, she did a conversation about money and the way she engaged them because she had money with her. And so as she
That'll
took
keep
them
me
through the,
engaged.
so as she went through her conversation, it was for questions at the end, the ones who answered the questions correctly got money. So it ended up one young person got $35. I mean, it was like, and I was looking at Joan like what? I need to come up. But I mean, it's where you engage and get people to understand. I've had people like dancers to come, you name it. Everybody has a story. Everybody has a light that they want to share. And so if people want to be in my program, they can contact me directly. If they want to be a mentee, they can contact me, mentor, they can contact me directly. The more the merrier. I love what I do with them. It's been 7 years with them. We were doing it at Touchpoint at Mondawmin, but with the pandemic, then it went on Zoom, it came online. So we did that. So now we're revamping the program and getting new partners in it, because it's one thing to have people participate, but I'm looking for partnerships. I'm looking for a designated group that I can always count on, because groups fall out. kids fall out because of their life situations. And so I'm just looking for a designated group that we can really have a long-term relationship with.
Okay. So I guess, with doing the mentoring program, being at the William Bear School, the work that you do with other boards, I mean, that's a lot. And a lot of this stuff you do on your spare time. How do you keep going? How do you stay inspired and avoid burnout?
I stay inspired because I feel like we don't have any time to waste. That inspires me because I've been at a lot of tables where people are just meeting to meet. We don't have time to waste.
Absolutely.
And so I remember I was in church one Sunday and I said to God, I want to be used by you. And usually you say that, you don't, oh, use me, but it's like, oh, but I meant it when I said it this time. I really meant it in my soul, and the floodgate just bust open of opportunities and like, oh yeah, well, I got somewhere to use you. So I was on a call with some people talking about Baltimore, and, and I said, but I'm just, like the song says, I ain't no ways tired. I'm not tired. I'm not burnt out. For me, it's a privilege to do it. It's an honor to be included in it. I just have to manage my time, and I'm really good at managing my time.
Yeah.
And if things don't work for me, I've learned how to say no, which was really hard because I always say yes. Because everything is you just want to be a part of everything, right?
Right.
So I get on one board, and then I get home and get a phone call to get on another one. It's like, I love y'all, but I just got to be. I want to be effective. I just don't want to have my name on some letterhead. That means nothing to me. I want to be a part. So I've learned how to say no. But I say no with the caveat of, but if you need me, call me. So, it's like, it's a no with, I'm still here for you. So I don't know what you call that.
Yeah, and I'm sure they still appreciate that. You called it media genocide. And it's how, Mondawmin is often portrayed, to the outside community. I'll admit, I'm an implant. So I have unfortunately heard the negative talk about this area. And it wasn't until I moved here and I got a chance to explore more that I'm like, oh no, it's nothing like what people say. How do we continue to change the narrative? How do we allow people who are not here to see more about what Mondawmin is about, and even, West Baltimore as a whole?
So for me, take them on a tour, engage them. I'm all over the city. And so when somebody says, oh, I'm not going to go there, and that's when I go completely insane about my neighborhood and all the great things that are going on, because people don't know. You can go from kindergarten to college and never leave the neighborhood. I have a neighbor like that, and he works at Coppin. All of this is right here in this one little area of town. And so I tell people not to believe the hype about neighborhoods. The conservatory, I was on their board. Beautiful place to go. You can go around the world 2 hours looking at plants. You can't beat the conservatory. It's one of my favorite places.
We've been there.
You got parks. You can get married there. You got parks and people right up the street. We have Joe Jones, Center for Urban Families, down the street, which takes you from gang life or whatever to success. All of these different programs sitting right here that lift up just not Greater Mondawmin, but the city as a whole.
Right.
So I tell people not to believe the hype. I know that we suffer from media genocide, but I was told by reporters that we have to tell our own story. So that's what I do. You're not going to sit down and talk to Caldwell and talk about my neighborhood. It's not going to be a good day for you, because my thing is like, what have you done to make it any better?
Right.
What are you doing? You don't even live around here.
Come with a solution, not with just a problem.
Right. And we have solutions, and we're working them. We have great partnerships. Who doesn't want to be 20 minutes from downtown, 20 minutes from the Amish market where I just came from, 20 minutes, it's just an ideal location. We have a lot of vacancies, not a lot, but we have vacancies, and now we're rebuilding all of those things. So now people can come in and buy these homes that people owned and children didn't take care of them, whatever the situation may be. Plenty of housing, and beautiful housing, 4-bedroom houses, and all kinds of different structures of the homes. Like I said, Greater Mondawmin is the greatest community in the world.
That's good. That's good. I love that.
I usually holler it out in every meeting.
What's happening at the village of Mondawmin and some of the work that's being done in that area right now?
So my partner, Tim Regan of Whiting Turner, that was his idea. That was his gold mine. That was what he wanted to do for the community. He's been a partner with me in Greater Mondawmin for a number of years. And he said he fell in love with Greater Mondawmin. And when he had an opportunity to purchase that space, he did. And so he's turning it into healthcare for seniors, nonprofit space, job readiness, job employment space. The plan also is to have minority vendors on the outside of the space for storefronts, and to have businesses on the front of the building. And so an inclusive place. And so the neighborhoods and the community was pulled in on these meetings from the very beginning. It wasn't like, so this is what we want to do. It's like, no, what do you want? And let us consider what you want. And so that's a great partnership right there with collaboration, right?
Absolutely.
When people are spending their money in your neighborhood and letting you be at the table.
Absolutely.
So this is supposed to open, I believe, in September of this year. It's going to be phenomenal. It's 137,000 square feet in there.
That's amazing.
It's humongous, right? So it's just been a blessing. Like, you pray for things to happen in your community that makes a difference. And it's just amazing how your prayers don't go void, especially when you're doing the right thing by community, too. You know, and people know your sincerity, your heart. You can be trusted. It's like, well, let me take a look at that. And so it's just going to be great for the neighborhood. It's going to be great for the city, period. We have the largest subway hub right here at Mondawmin, as you know. It's not like you can't get here for services. That's a blessing, right? So I'm looking forward to that.
That's good. That's good. How do you, like, what do you say to people who, other community members, whether they're within the Greater Mondawmin area or just within West Baltimore, you know, Baltimore City as a whole, how do they get more involved in these community development initiatives, you know, to become more community leaders like yourself?
They have to be at the table. That's the only thing I can tell you. You got to be at the table.
How do you get there?
Well, for me, I got put at the table because I worked in philanthropy, right? If I hadn't worked in philanthropy, well, I'm not going to say I probably wouldn't be as connected, because God will have me sit next to somebody in a restaurant and I start talking and I get connected. So I guess the main thing is to speak it wherever you go, because you never know where your blessing is, right? Like, if God tells me, Jackie, get up and go over there and say something to somebody, you know, I'm just like, but you have to be, like somebody told me, I'm fearless. You have to be fearless. I said, we have no problem carrying on in the store when something that we don't like. What's the difference? Yeah. Get out there and pick up that trash. We have street sweeping in our communities. How come you're not moving your car on the right side so that the guys can come and sweep?
Clean up, right.
So what I do in my neighborhood every Tuesday and Thursday, because I've had the same neighbors mostly all my life, and they're older, I'm going to rake all that debris that we didn't put there, but that flies through our community. Because people drive through the neighborhood and throw it out the window.
Yes.
I want to be the trash police, too. So I rake it all off, and I put it in the gutter. So when the people come, it's gone. I do that every week.
It's even, you know, it may not seem that big, but that's significant. That makes a difference.
Because when I drive around, and let's say I'm in Columbia or wherever I'm at, and then or Cockeysville, wherever I'm hanging out at, and the closer I get to the city, the dirtier it gets. It really...
It wears on you, yeah.
You know, yabba, yabba, dabba, dabba. You know, it's like ridiculous to me, because we were just taught to be clean. My father said, it's not where you live, it's how you live.
Absolutely.
So as little kids, because we were the youngest kids in the neighborhood, that's what we did every Saturday. And we didn't get paid either.
Absolutely.
You were learning how to be of service. So when I am in my block, like where I grew up in, and, you know, I got neighbors who are new to the neighborhood and they might be a little dirty, I'm going to scrape it off your front. And I'm going to tell you that when I see you when you get out that car from work, too. Because you need to know that I did this.
Thank you.
And you need to and you got children, what are you teaching them?
Right, right.
Teach children how to be a part of your neighborhood and your community, to have some pride in where they live. Not just walk over trash because it's in front of my house. No, you got to get that up. Because cleanliness is, well, I don't even think it's in the Bible, but we say it. Cleanliness is next to godliness. And so when people come through your neighborhood and they see the trash, it makes it feel like people don't care. But that's not the case. Sometimes it's not even the people who live in the block. It's people who come through your neighborhood that don't care.
Right. Right.
I was coming down one street, and this guy threw a whole big bag out the car. And I pulled up next to him at the red light and was like this. And my mother is like, Jackie, please. Jackie, you don't want to get you. But I'm like, who? I don't know.
How did your conscience allow you to even do something like that?
But you haven't been trained to know any different.
Right.
Because your mother and father probably do it too. It has to be taught from here. Not when they get up here. Down here.
I love how you talked about the influence that your grandmother and your dad had on you. In some of the knowledge that you've gained now, being in the positions that you've been in. So what's next?
Hopefully life. Life is next because, I don't know where he wants to take me. Like right now I'm serving on my church board trustee at Bethel AME Church, with the very fine pastor, Reverend Dr. Patrick Claiborne, and he's on fire. And so I enjoy serving in that capacity with that. I just don't know what more. Like my cousin used to say to me, what is your 5-year goal? What are your plans? I don't have any. Because I don't know what he's going to do. Now, hopefully he'll send me a husband with 3 jobs, but I don't know if he's going to do that. But other than that, he has me. He knows where he wants to put me. And so I just wait for his instruction.
Ashe.
I just don't know what he wants me to do. I know what he wants me to do because he has me doing things. But sometimes people ask me, like, who's going to come behind you? Who you going to pass the baton to?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Well, Miss Jackie, it's an inspiration to just even sit here and talk to you. So thank you very much for sharing.
There's so much work to do.
Yeah.
There's a lot of soldiers in the Army, but a lot of us are on the Underground Railroad. See, I'm up front with mine. So whoever those people are that are waiting in the wings, the more the merrier.
A force to be reckoned with. I appreciate that.
Appreciate you.
That is absolutely awesome, man. That was Miss Jackie Caldwell, community activist, man. And if you have anyone that you know that you want featured on a segment of Shout Out right here on the Junction, man, we got you. We'll take care of it, man. Just make sure. All right, I'm going to put the information up here for you. All right, let me make sure I get it here. Bam. You email us over at info@zone16.net. And your boy Joseph will take care of it for you, man. We'll track them down. We'll sit them down. And we'll discuss all the positive things in the community, man. That's all we do here, man. Only positive things affect us, man. Only positive things affect us. All right, now, hey, you know what time it is, man. Hopefully the music will work. Let's see what happens here. Oh, we got it. Oh, we got some music now, man. Come on, man. You see what time it is. If you like what we do here and you want to see it grow, smash that thumbs up for us, man. Go ahead, click that share. Click that subscribe, click that like, all of the good stuff, man. Put us in your notifications, man, because we coming through, man. The Junction is coming through, Zone 16 Network. This is what we do, man. We are here to inform the people because it is a place to see lifestyle and culture meet the original experience, man. Come on through. Smash that thumbs up for us. Keep us in your algorithm. Look, this is how it works. I'm going to show you one more time. Right here. Here it is. Once you subscribe, do this. Yeah, do that for a brother. I would greatly appreciate it, man, if you did that for us, man. It would be cool. Absolutely cool, man. And, while you're at it, man, we got a lot of people out here that we like to support, man. If you want some facial work done, go ahead and holler at Lash by Osh, man. It's all down there in the description, man. And look, we even work with a DJ out here, man. My guy, DJ Bean, in the building, man. That's what he does, man. If you need him for any DJ services, any events out there, man, go ahead, holler at him, man. Inquiries, go at my guy, DJ Bean, in the place to be, man. All a good time. Always a good time. All right, man. Hey, look, fam. That's it for the day, man. I got to get up out of here. You know what time it is. We got to hit these streets. We got people to do. We got places to see. You understand? Hey, we appreciate you for tuning in with us. We'll be back tomorrow during the Liquid Lunch Hour. My guy, Damon Williams, he's going to be in the building with me. It's going to be a stone groove. Come on through, man. We're going to have a lot to deal with, a lot to talk about right here on another one with The Junction. We out of here. Peace.